This morning, a runway in New York quietly turned into the center of the entertainment world, not because of roaring engines, but because of a single hand-holding moment. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift were spotted at the airport, boarding a private jet with an almost unusual sense of calm. And within minutes, the internet ignited with one question: where are they going, and what is being prepared behind the cabin door that just closed? No official announcement, no public itinerary, just a flight leaving the United States, a destination carefully redacted, and a wave of theories accelerating like jet engines. Mexico for a short getaway? Rhode Island for the final preparations of a summer wedding rumored for months? Or a two-leg journey, part family, part private, discreet enough to stay ahead of every lens? What makes this moment notable isn't just the familiarity of their names to the American public, but how they chose to appear. No elaborate outfits, no performance. Travis in sleek black athletic wear, the uniform of an off-duty professional athlete. Taylor in a gray hoodie, black joggers, an easy smile, and an energy that quietly says, "Let's go, no noise." On the tarmac, the mood felt almost conspiratorial. A few passing glances, a shared laugh, and that fingers-laced walk that has become their unspoken signature. And it's that calm that fuels the curiosity. When two people accustomed to living under flashbulbs choose silence, it suggests that what lies ahead may be deeply personal and deeply important. So where do you think this flight is taking them? As the private jet rolled away from the New York runway, what truly took off wasn't just a flight, it was a collective surge of speculation. In an era where celebrity schedules can be decoded in minutes, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift keeping their destination under wraps feels deliberate, and that choice says more than it seems. First, consider the context. Taylor Swift is in a rare season of deceleration. After years of relentless touring and intense media exposure, she's choosing fewer appearances, smaller moments, and greater control. On the other hand, Travis Kelce has just closed out a grueling NFL season while stepping into a new personal chapter, life as a man preparing for marriage. When those two rhythms meet, leaving the country quietly doesn't read as escape, it reads as recalibration. The Mexico theory works on the surface: warm sun, blue water, enough distance to stay off the radar. But Rhode Island carries a different emotional weight. It's a place long tied to Taylor Swift, a family-centered space where life slows down, where the biggest plans of a lifetime can be discussed without microphones or backstage pressure. In the celebrity world, private flights and short hops often serve as perfect decoys. New York today, the East Coast tomorrow, then suddenly somewhere no one predicted. A subtle game of logistical chess, if you want to call it that. But the story doesn't stop on the runway. It continues in a very different setting, the New Heights podcast studio. There, Travis Kelce isn't talking about wedding gowns or menus. Instead, he's asking for wedding advice for someone else. A small detail, but a telling one. When Travis asked Greg Olsen about the 5 must-haves of a great wedding, he did so with a grin, sidestepping his own plans through humor. Olsen flipped the script cleverly, naming himself as the essential ingredient, before talking about energy, connection, and unforgettable moments. Jason Kelce jumped in, teasing, "Send the invite, Trav," as the room broke into laughter. On the surface, it's light-hearted banter, but listen closely and there's a quiet message underneath. A wedding isn't about flawless presentation, it's about feeling. Olsen talked about dancing with grandma, with the bride, with the bridesmaids, about karaoke, about showing up fully. These are deeply human images, and they stand in stark contrast to the public fantasy of a wedding of the century. Then there's another crucial piece: how Travis and Taylor are approaching the planning itself. According to People, nothing feels rushed, nothing feels one-sided. Every decision is shared, treated like a joint project. They talk it through, they enjoy the process. In an industry driven by timelines and image pressure, that approach feels almost countercultural. Put all the pieces together, a discreet flight, a calm presence on the runway, jokes about weddings, and a partnership-first philosophy of life. What emerges isn't a pair of stars racing ahead of rumors, but two people intentionally choosing their own pace. In a loud world, they're saying very little, and because of that, every gesture speaks volumes. So the question now isn't where they're flying, but whether we're witnessing a new way for celebrities to love, to prepare, and to live. Quieter, but deeper. In the end, when the engines go silent and the cabin door becomes just another memory on a New York runway, what lingers isn't the hidden destination, but the way Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift chose to walk forward together. No spectacle, no rush, just two hands intertwined, as if reminding the world that the most important moments don't need advance notice. This story, when stripped down, isn't really about a private jet or a rumored wedding. It's about intention, the intention to protect what's private in an age of constant exposure. The intention to build a relationship as a true partnership, one where both voices matter, both shoulders carry the weight, and the journey itself is part of the joy. While social media races to fill the silence with theories, they choose a slower rhythm, and sometimes that slower rhythm is the strongest statement of all. That may be what captivates the American public most, not their fame, but their humanity. Two people in love, preparing for the future, and refusing to let outside noise dictate their inner pace. In a world that constantly demands we be public, fast, and performative, this story gently reminds us the things that last are often built quietly. So what do you think? Was that flight just a short escape or a quiet step toward the next chapter of their lives? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you're drawn to stories where news meets emotion and facts are explored with depth, don't forget to subscribe.